Hi everyone, welcome to Last Minute Coders. My name is Vinay. In this tutorial we are going to learn how we can save and update gallery data to SharePoint list. Okay, so we have this gallery with us and we are going to save its data to SharePoint list on press of this button, which is save data button. And again then we are going to retrieve this saved data from SharePoint. Firstly we will save it to SharePoint. Then we will retrieve this data again back to our Canvas app, to this gallery. Okay, and then we will update this gallery, and then by pressing this update data button we will save this back to our SharePoint. This updated data, we will save it back to SharePoint. So I hope you understand what we are going to do today.
Please subscribe. Please subscribe.
So we are on our edit mode of our app. So we have this canvas with us. In this canvas we have this label, these headers, okay, one gallery, and some button: add, delete, save data, update data. So if you have watched my previous video, so what does delete do? It delete the last row. So this gallery is totally dynamic. See, if I click on add, it adds the row. Okay, let me make this button also dynamic. Let me copy the name of this button and I'll align its Y based on like these two. Okay, so now this button will also be dynamic. Okay, so see, if I delete, this will also move up. So really good, right? And if you wanted to learn how I did this, again you have to watch my previous videos. Okay, for this, so this tutorial series you need to follow from start. Okay, from tutorial 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you need to start from the beginning so that you will get better understanding how I design UI and everything. But anyways, like if you jump to this video directly, again it will also be helpful for you, because in this we are just going to learn how we can directly save all the data from this gallery to SharePoint. Okay, this is my SharePoint. Let me delete data from here first. So this tbl_test, we have this list with us in SharePoint. In this list I am going to save this data. So in this list you can see the name of the columns: part name, description, unit price, quantity. Okay, here also part name, description, unit price, quantity. Ignore this total column, this is calculated column. Like what I'm doing up here is just multiplying this unit price into quantity, like the 600. Okay, 100 into 4, so 400. So that is what I am doing here. So let us first try to like how we can save the data. So saving data I've already covered in previous videos, so you can see the code up here. Okay, now in this video, even you can ignore this form ID. Let's remove this form ID code. Okay, so the code is pretty much very simple. We will use ForAll. Okay, so ForAll, simply just iterate this. You see this, we have, let me delete, and let me only have like 3. Okay, let me first play the app. Let me enter this value as well. Samsung, I'll say Samsung is a little expensive. Okay, so I'll do something like this. So I entered like these 3 row of data. So what ForAll does is ForAll iterate this gallery. Okay, so I'm saying ForAll just iterate this source. So this is my source for ForAll. Okay, see up here. And now to save from your Canvas app to data source, you have to use patch function. Okay, here our data source is nothing but SharePoint, so we will use patch function to save our this gallery data to this table_test. Now if you haven't connected this table to your Canvas app, it will give an error. So firstly you need to go to data section and click on add data, select SharePoint. Okay, like this, connector SharePoint, then select your connection. Okay, then add this list. Okay, table_test. Once you added this list, you will see that list up here. These are the name of the columns that I have in my SharePoint list. Okay, and after colon you can give the value. So this title I am making it a static, like new record, I'll say. For part name, I have just copied the name of this combo box. So see, combo box 1_1 11, sorry, this is text input 4_4, this is text input 4_5, this is 4_6. So the same thing, I have just mapped it up here. And since quantity and unit price are like numbers, so I have used this value function. Okay, so this is very simple. Okay, source name, and the next thing is just we are patching the data. Okay, so let's see if I click on save data, will it save all the data or not? Anyways, this I have explained in previous video, so that is why like I'm not going into detail. Okay, let's refresh up here. So see, it just saved the data, right? Well and good. For now, let's just ignore this form ID column. Okay, till ID column, just see. So once this data is up here, now how we can update this data? Firstly, like to update the data, like you have this gallery, right? So its data source should be that. Okay, should be this table_test. Currently I am using this collection. Why I am using this collection? Again, previous videos, but reason for this collection, like I have to make this thing dynamic, so I have used this collection. Like if I'm clicking on add, so only with the help of collection I could do that. And again, if you want to learn, the link is in the description, information button on the top right corner, click that, watch that video. Okay, so the data source is this, but if you wanted to update this, our data source should be this table_test. Okay, so how we can do that? Again, go to insert. Just for demo purposes, I'll use, we have this toggle, right? I'll just move this toggle up here. Okay, so let me play this. If this is on, then what will happen, like this will be in update mode. Okay, so see, I'll just copy the name of this toggle. Okay, once I copy the name of this toggle, I'll select my gallery, go to its data source. Here I'll just write one simple code, like if I'll set toggle dot value. Okay, I'll say if toggle, and this will return a boolean value. If it is on, then it is like true, and if it is off, then it is false. Okay, so I'll say if it is true, then directly connect to this table data, so table_test list. Okay, and if it is not, then you can simply use this collection. Okay, well and good. So this thing is done. Okay, it gave some error. Let us check, like what's the error we have. This dot part name is not recognized. Unit price is not recognized. Why, buddy? We have unit price here, right? tbl_test. Let me go again, go to this data source default. Let me double click up here. Let us see. Okay, see, part name is coming like this. Why? There is the space up here. Why it is not taking a space up here? Dude. Sometimes I don't understand this Canvas app, like why you are removing this space, man. See, if I use like the stable test, no error.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
Man, this, I don't understand this. Okay, I don't know why this is making like so much difficult for me, but if I was doing, see this, I didn't change anything, but this time it is saying like okay, I am fine this time. Anyways, if I'll double click up here, see, again the part name will contain no space. See, but let us take like this. Okay, so just forget about this toggle button up here. So let us try to update the data. Firstly, we haven't written any code for update data. If I go to advanced, go to action, this on select, I'll just delete every code which is written up here. See, it is blank. Okay, I'll go to save data. I'll copy this code. Okay, whatever the code we have in save data, just copy that. See, if you wanted to note this code, just pause and copy. Okay, I'll go to update data. I'll click up here. I'll paste this here. See, for all patch this test. Okay, now in next parameter, what you need to give? You need to give like lookup. Sorry, so you need to look up where? I'll say look up in this table test and check where my ID is equal to this record dot ID. Okay, where my ID is equal to this record dot ID, and here I need to provide a comma, and here I'll say update instead of like new record, and rest will remain the same. Now we have RAM SSD and backend also RAM SSD, so let us change them to like a processor, monitor, processor. Okay, and I'll just change the price. I'll just add 10. Okay, rest I'll just keep the same, and let's hit on this update. Let us see that if it works or not, and finger crossed, it failed. Wow, it was expected to fail. Okay, so I'll click up here. It is fine that it failed, but our code is correct. Okay, everything is correct. We will just need to use this with function. Okay, with syntax is like this. Okay, opening, see this, opening this normal bracket, then curly bracket, then comma. Inside comma we will have this patch, and I'll just close this up here. Okay, let me from here to here. Okay, like this I'll do. Press tab. Here I'll define a variable, let's say underscore ID. In underscore ID I'll have this this record.id, and here in place of this ID I'll say underscore ID. This is the only change I did. If you see this error, ignore this. It will remove once I'll like play and click that update button. But see, I use this with function. Okay, if you can also use this with function, amazing function again, and you can create variables like this, and you can use these variables up here. Okay, since I created this variable, now I'll play, hit on update, and this time it will work. See, updated processor, monitor, processor. Here if you are seeing the changes, prices also change. Then in backend also they will get updated. See, updated record, updated record, updated record, processor, monitor, processor, and see, great, it worked. So see, this is the code for update. For all gallery this, then with we use this with function just to define this ID. Directly if you use this ID up here, it will throw you an error. Again, I'm not sure why it throws error. Okay, so you have to use this with function. Okay, inside this with we have this patch similar to your like save, normal save, but we will have this lookup in between. What this lookup do is this lookup will look in each row and each ID. Like it will say if 24 is 24 matching, then just update this 24 wala row. Okay, so it is just doing that. Okay, so I hope I'm clear till here. It is like this, fine, right? Update is working, this is working. Okay, but this data source one, we were not able to like figure out how we can fix that. Let me again try to do that. If toggle one dot value,
one eternity later.
Let me delete this also. In next video we are going to implement this update feature in our form. Okay, so we will update this in our form. So this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Goodbye. See you next time.